As for the Jets, BT, you just have to ask yourself, and I know we do this in jest a lot of the times, but I have a group text with a bunch of Jet fans on there for years. You and I have talked about this for years, and we hear from the Jet fans all the time. Like, I just don't, I don't know how Jet fans can continue to take this and invest the proper emotion and energy. I get it. Like, you want to be a sports fan, you love it, you put the game on, but maybe a break, a little healthy breather from your team if you're a Jet fan is necessary. You can watch football, you could have the games on, maybe get the YouTube DirecTV, the YouTube package, so Sunday ticket, watch some of the other games as well, because this just can't be healthy continuing to watch this football game.
I mean, they could stay as London. I really wish they would have stayed there. Like, I've once said that to me, and it encompasses emotion and money and time and all those other things that the New York Jet fan commits to the Jets. And then when you contrast that to what the New York Jets give back to those fans, it really does represent the greatest disparity in all of sport. They give us nothing. And what's happened, just to keep it real, is that I no longer care the way that I once did. I watch the games. There's a piece of me that's like, all right, listen, maybe we can get something going here today. And anytime there's a new coach and a new GM, there's that little flicker of hope and possibility. Same with a young quarterback, Darnold, Zach, whatever. I'm sure we'll go through the same thing this year, coming up in April, May, whenever the draft is. And I will find a way to, get myself up a little bit. But they really they have beaten us down in a way that's just really not even fair anymore.
Well, I thought that was part of the genius of the name of your podcast.
Well, that's why I'm still doing it.
But that's what I'm saying. You came up with that moniker, Unkillable.
Yeah.
It was because of the rant that you unleashed here right next to me when Aaron Rodgers went down for the season, that first game of the year, a couple years back. Unkillable. And here we are 2 years later, 0-6, new head coach. Would you say that you are still unkillable as a Jet fan?
Yeah, I would say that for sure. Otherwise, I wouldn't show up and do the podcast. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I like that.
Yeah. I mean,
you got to regenerate.
It is what, but there's also, you could be unkillable, you could be resilient, but you can't be stupid. I mean, you've got to at least understand, where we're at here, what the count is, what the scoreboard says. I mean, it is 0-2, and we're facing a nasty slider. It is 40-3, and we're losing in the fourth quarter with 13 seconds to go. I mean, it is 137-89. We're on the wrong end of that score with 12 ticks left in the fourth quarter. It's misery. It's absolute misery. But yes, as the name of the pod says, Unkillable. That is the spirit, not the actual product. The spirit of the Jet fan. While it flickers out, it always finds a way to get back and hopefully just get strong again at some point.
And you're going to regenerate because you got the Panthers coming to town. Could be a win. First win. Get you excited.
It's crazy. You mentioned that rant, and I will say this, while it's still unkillable, I just don't have that in me anymore. I mean, I don't. Not now.
It's in there.
No, like when the Jets played the Steelers. Yeah, no, it's in there, but it's buried deep.
Right.
Like when they played the Steelers, I was ready to go nuts, and I was going nuts for most of the game, and even into the Bills game, and even into the Dallas game. But there's just limits on what you think. Listen, you can be with your team, but to think that it's going to change when they're like now, when there's too much evidence to the contrary, or at least change in a way that's incredibly meaningful, on a week-to-week basis, we're in for a long haul. This is going to take a long time to build this house.
Let me just give you a little bit of good news before we get back to the calls. So not only are you taking on the Panthers next week at home, the Panthers are not some kind of NFL powerhouse that's going to be traveling.
Yeah,
okay.
There'll be some Jets fans in the building for once.
That's what I'm saying. So now you got the Jet fans sniffing maybe, hey, you know what? We got to support our team. Go get Aaron Glenn his first win. It's the lowly Panthers. This could be the week to kind of ignite that fire that's deep in there back up a little bit, because it's not going to be overwhelmed by the Cowboys fans or the Patriots fans or whatever fans travel to Steelers fans. You've got, the Panthers. This thing ain't
no, they have no national profile.
Yeah, so, coming back home off of at least a competitive game against a good Denver team.
But think about the way the season started. It really tells you all you need to know about where the Jet fan was, even going into the year, and even with many of us excited about, Aaron Glenn getting the job, the possibilities, and the hope that certainly at this point he's going to be a lot better and grow on the job and eventually become the guy. We'll see. There were 43,000 Steeler fans there week 1.
Yeah.
It's not week 9. It's not week 6 when you're 0-5. I mean, when it's hopeless here. And I get it. There's only a couple of teams. Dallas is one. Steelers another. Maybe the Niners, maybe the Pats, maybe one or two other, whatever, where you've got a chance to really make some money and almost pay for a good portion of those tickets. But I thought that was that sign right there, week one, the Jet fan had basically already checked out of the season before the season started.
Yeah, I know. Well, they understood what they were getting themselves into.